Howdy, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you've tuned in before, you can probably tell right away that I'm in a different place. And the little title should say, we're up at Friends of Ours Cabin in Big Bear, called the Big Bear Arms. Our friends Phil and Landry have a wonderful house up here, and we've been up here for a couple of days. So I thought I would do the show from up here. So thank you very much for tuning in. It got us out of the smoke. The fires are still devastating in California. People are, all of the fire crews are risking their lives and working to contain and control and try and put these things out. The wind has shifted a bit. In Southern California, we're out of the smoke up here, which is nice. But anyhow, California is still under siege from wildfires. But the big news, of course, last night, the great liberal and progressive justice on the Supreme Court, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, died. I won't say very much about that. I'll leave that for other people to talk about. But Susie and I did make a donation today to Act Blue. So 2020 is still shaping up to be one hell of a year. I'm going to sing some songs. I kind of didn't change. It's a little different than the set list last week. I was kind of busy with a lot of things, but I'll do some of the songs from last week. I thought I had one. I think I have one song I haven't sang before. Maybe not. Anyhow, this is a song that was on the last album. It's called Goodbye, Alberta. I have a book of old folk song lyrics and blues lyrics out in my garage that I kind of go out and thumb through from time to time looking for a little inspiration, and that's kind of where this song came from. Goodbye, Alberta, I hope your troubles past. Goodbye, Alberta, they were never gonna last. The rain's let up, the clouds are broke, my bags are packed and stashed. Goodbye, Alberta, the storms are fading fast. When I lay down to sleep last night, the rain poured on my head. Thunder rolled on through the night, I believed I'd wake up dead. Alberta, she's a fine one, her heart's both strong and true. She'll never leave you crying or turn her back on you. Goodbye, Alberta, I hope your troubles past. Goodbye, Alberta, they were never gonna last. The rain's let up, the clouds are broke, my bags are packed and stashed. Goodbye, Alberta, the storms are fading fast. I lay down to sleep last night, I turned from side to side. Could not rest, I could not sleep, I was just dissatisfied. Alberta, Alberta, don't cry your tears for me. I'll be back, I will be back, that I guarantee. Goodbye, Alberta, I hope your troubles pass. Goodbye, Alberta, they were never gonna last. The rains let up, the clouds are broke, my bags are packed and stashed. Goodbye, Alberta, the storms are fading fast. Goodbye, Alberta. Goodbye, Alberta. Goodbye, Alberta. The storms are fading fast. Thank you very much. So, I should have mentioned that I do have a little bit of an audience here today, which is very, very nice. This is as close to a real gig as I've played since last March. So Matt and Amber and Jesse and Nikki and their son Liam, who is our first grandson, are all up here with Susie and I, along with Katie and Scout. So we got a little, Katie's right here, my loyal fan. She's actually waiting for a treat, which we forgot to bring on the trip. I'm really sorry. So I'm really happy to have everybody. We've been having a nice weekend, and we all stay very, very isolated. We're very lucky we don't have to go anywhere. We all kind of work from home, so we are able to get together at times like this when it's safe. So. And I told them all they have to laugh at my jokes and my stories, even if they're not funny. So they're way past any kind of age when they would listen to me about anything like that. But I'm going to do a song called another song from the last album called the Starkville Blues. And it's about a town in Mississippi, Starkville, Mississippi, that has a bit of a black eye in its past. In 1965, they arrested Johnny Cash and they threw him in jail. And I've heard the stories, and some of them are pretty wild, but in this song I took the point of view of Johnny Cash, and I tried to imagine how he might have felt about the town of Starkville, Mississippi after he got out of jail. Well, if you go down to Starkville, you better lay your money down. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, and you better lay your money down. Yeah, there ain't nothing free in Starkville. It's just a rough and dirty town. Hey, well, the people there in Starkville, they can treat you hard and treat you cold. Yeah, well, the people there in Starkville, they can treat you hard and treat you cold. Yeah, things are different there in Starkville from all the stories you've been told. Well, if you go down, wrong lyric, excuse me. Well, I knew a girl in Starkville. Yes, she was tough, she was mean. Yeah, well, I knew a girl in Starkville. Yes, she was tough, she was mean. Yeah, she had the devil in her eyes and a pistol in her jeans. Yeah, well, I went down to Starkville, yeah, my guitar in my hand. Yeah, well, I went down to Starkville. I had my guitar in my hand. Yeah, well, the sheriff there in Starkville, he took my guitar and my band. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, you better learn to sing the blues. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, man, you better learn to sing the blues. Yeah, all the people there in Starkville, all they get is just bad news. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, you better lay your money down. Yeah, well, if you go down to Starkville, man, you better lay your money down. Yeah, free in Starkville, it's just a rough, dirty town. Yeah, there ain't nothing free in Starkville. It's just a rough and dirty town. Thank you very much. I got a great audience. Thank you very much. So I'm going to do a couple of songs that'll be on the new album, which I have a release date now for. It'll be released on Friday, October 23rd. There should be some PR promotion starting here in the next few weeks on radio and wherever in print. So maybe you'll start to hear something about it, hopefully. But the album will be released, and you can do a pre-sale at the website. There'll be a few places where you can do that. I know you could do it at the distributor, Burnside. I know I'll kind of put this information on my Facebook page, but it'll be on at Burnside Distribution, and also at Tres Pescadores, the record label. My fine friends, Tres Pescadores, my record label. It'll be at their website also, or already is maybe. So I'll do a couple of songs that'll be on the new album. I want to say hi to my sister Cindy and Jim, her husband, my brother-in-law Jim, that are watching up in Sparks in Nevada, often with their little granddaughter Kessie, and Darcy and Mike are usually watching. So howdy to everybody up there in Sparks. Howdy to Martha back there in Saxon River, Vermont, and everybody from Charlie and Dan and Sarah and everybody from Roots on the Rails back there in Bellows Falls kind of area in southern Vermont. The most liberal state in the United States, I think. So here's a song called Big Rain Is Coming, Mama. Well, the big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Yeah, the big boat's all leaving. The rich folks already left town. Well, I got a rusty old bucket and a busted old knife. Don't look like much, but it might save your life. Big rain is coming, Mama. Better start to batten it down. Yeah, the big wind is blowing, Mama. the leaves all starting to fly. You better close up your windows, bring all your chickens inside. Well, it starts with a whisper, turns into a scream. Things start to shaking like you've never seen. Big wind is blowing, mama, the leaves all starting to fly. Well, the big storm is coming, mama, the water's started to rise. You better start to take cover, try to find a place you can hide. Yeah, let go of your grievances, it's time to move on. Say a little prayer, mama, we might all be gone. Big storm's coming, mama, the water's started to rise. I kind of muffed that part up. Well, the big storm is, the big rain's coming, mama, better start to batten it down. Yeah, the rich folks all leaving, the big boats already left town. Well, I got a rusty old bucket and a busted old knife. Don't look like much, but it might save your life. Big woman's coming, mama, better start to batten it down. Well, I got a rusty old bucket and a busted old knife. Don't look like much, but it might save your life. Big storm's coming, mama, better start to batten it down. Yeah, the big rain is coming, mama, better start to batten it down. Yeah, the big rain is coming, mama, better start to batten it down. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
We're distracting him. Sorry.
What's that?
We're distracting you maybe a little.
No. It's the first time I've played in front of anybody besides Susie and Katie for the most part since March. But it's wonderful to have an audience listening. Thank you. So I'll do another song that was on the last album. This is a song called "The Road to Jericho." And the road to Jericho runs from Jerusalem to Jericho. It's an old road. It's an ancient road. And in biblical times, it was a popular road. It was a well-traveled road, but it was a treacherous road. You took your chances with robbers and thieves along the road to Jericho. It's where the story from the Old Testament of the Good Samaritan took place along the road to Jericho. And gone to Jericho is also an expression for things have gone to hell. This is the first song I wrote after the elections in 2016. And I knew something, it just seemed like something very terrible was happening. It seemed like we were entering into a dark time. And the only thing I seemed to really know for certain about any of it was that whatever was happening, we were all going to have to go through it together. And I think that's what is still happening. This is called The Road to Jericho. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, shadows lay across the ground. That old dark cloud is hanging low down the road to Jericho. My father said he'd meet me there with open doors and room to share. My brother begged me not to go down the road to Jericho. My mother's voice called out to me long forgotten memories. My sister warned me, travel slow down the road to Jericho. A stranger soon came passing by, stopped to rest and dry his eyes. He turned and started walking slow down the road to Jericho. Now all our sins are plain to see, and all that's left is what will be, and all the peace we'll ever know is down the road to Jericho. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, shadows lay across the ground. That old dark cloud is hanging low down the road to Jericho. Down the road to Jericho. Thank you very much. And I'm going to try and say hi to a few, where are we at here? A few more regular listeners, and remind me anybody else if you can. But Bob down in Houston, and Carol and Dave in Fulton, Missouri. Jim Canales up in I'm trying to think of it. Up in Wisconsin. I always forget the name of your town, Jim. I'm sorry. You don't have to write anything down, Sue. Just anybody that you can think of. And anybody I forget, I apologize. Mike Donahue in the great city of Chicago. Hey, Mike, how you doing? And Cheryl in San Bernardino. Helen Chambers up in Vancouver. How are you? Janie Ty, who I know from high school. We go way, way back in San Bernardino. I'm going to sing us my song about San Bernardino. And you said Nicole Gordon, who has sang with me on some of these songs on albums. Wonderful, wonderful singer. I'm glad you're listening, Nicole. Howard Yearwood, how are you, Howard? I've not heard from you or been out of touch for a long time. I hope you're well. And Shelly, I'm going to sing some songs now, but Shelly up in Fresno, how are you? So again, thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to do another song off of the new album. 2 or 3 songs off the new album. This is a song called Blues at Midnight. Blues at midnight, blues at dawn. The blues have been with me ever since you've been gone. I can't seem to shake them, they just keep hanging on. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. I can't stop from crying, I can't get no sleep. I can't lose these memories now, they're just mine to keep. A train in the distance with a long lonesome moan reminds me my baby left me here all alone. I toss and turn and I walk the floor. I can't believe you won't come home anymore. The night winds whisper a sad, lonesome song. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. I toss and turn and I walk the floor. I can't believe you won't come home anymore. The night winds whisper a sad, lonesome song. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight, blues at dawn. The blues have been with me ever since you've been gone. I can't seem to shake them, they just keep hanging on. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Blues at midnight ever since you've been gone. Thank you everybody. And you may have got a quick glimpse of Scout and Katie kind of rambling up here and wrestling and doing what they do, doing what dogs do. Here comes Scout again, maybe. They may ramble through here again. And you may be hearing a little bit of the baby, Liam, back there in the background. He's mostly enjoying, and this is his favorite song here I'm going to do next, I think. And this is also, is your mom listening, do you think, Sue? So, Susie's mom was going to be, I don't think she made it, so she may or may not be listening, but this song is, it's called Juanita, Why Are You So Mean, which is Susie's mom's name. Juanita, although she goes by the name Guggum, which is a nickname from one of the grandkids. Trying to say grandma for the first time, it came out as Guggum. So I wrote this song, and it's kind of sort of me imagining what it might have been like between Susie's mom and her husband, Susie's dad, when they were just dating. If Susie's mom had been really mean to him. And she may or may not have been. I don't know. I wasn't there. So. This is called Juanita, Why Are You So Mean? I never saw it coming. I never had a clue. Just minding my own business. That's when I first saw you. I liked your rings and necklace. I liked your long black hair. I almost fell to pieces. You didn't seem to care. Estoy bajo de tu hechizo y no entiendo por qué. Es el poder del toloache, algo más que no puedo ver. No puede ser. We've been upside down and inside out and back and forth and in between. But from the start, you broke my heart. Juanita, why are you so mean? I heard it from your mama. I heard it from your friends. That girl will leave you crying and broken in the end. You spent up all my money. You somehow lost my car. I'm sorry we got started. Sorry that it went this far. Juan Ciego puede ser un hombre. Es triste pero es verdad. La próxima vez necesito mi coche, porque ahora no tengo nada. No tengo nada. We've been upside down and inside out and back and forth and in between. But from the start, you broke my heart. Juanita, why are you so mean? We've been upside down and inside out and back and forth and in between. But from the start, you broke my heart. Juanita, why are you so mean? Juanita, why are you so mean? Juanita, why are you so mean? So we almost got an appearance from Liam in the middle of that one. He kind of crawled up close here, but he didn't come all the way up. So he liked it okay. He liked it better the last time he heard it, I think. So, oh yeah, my friend Tony Zamora wrote the Spanish lyric on that. I don't always remember to credit Tony, and to me, it's maybe the most wonderful part of the song. So, Tony Zamora with the lyric there, and talking about Toloache, which is sort of a psychoactive sort of love potion that you got to go to the back street sort of witch doctors to find, I guess. Curanderas. I'm going to do another song off of the new album that, let me find a lyric to this one so I don't mess it up, or don't mess it up too bad. This is a song that my friend Kim Ringer sent me the lyric to this, and I wrote the song and the music around it and part of the chorus. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful lyric that I've liked a lot. We've got dogs in the foreground here. This is called She Sang of the Earth, and thank you very much for this. They're all right. Trying to control the dogs. Oh, did they step on the baby? Oh, scared him. The dogs barking scared the baby. This sort of stuff happens at my shows all the time, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about this a bit. You okay, Liam? He's fine. He's around the dogs all the time. Half the time, according to his mom, he thinks he's a dog because he spends so much time with them, crawling around. You want to come up here? He wants to come up and say hello. How are you? You okay? The dogs scare you a little bit there. This is little Liam here. This is one of his favorite toys, a little giraffe. Drives all over him. I have a little box here that I attached a rope to, and I pull him all around the house. I pull him all around our house, and I pull him all around the house here, and he'll do it for hours and hours. He loves it. Not liking TV that much either. I know it's a bit of a chore, but as a performer, it's what we gotta do. So, everybody say hi to Liam. Say hi.
Hi, Liam.
I want to try to stay up here while I sing this song. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we can give it a try if you want. Give it a try. I don't know.
Come here, Steve.
You want to stay or not? I don't know. I can't tell. He likes to play the guitar some himself, so we'll see how this goes. Might get a little loose, we'll see. There's a little place out the desert way. Folks would laugh and guitars play. Songs were sung and stories they were told. He came one day to that nowhere place, sat right there when he saw her face, and she sang to him, and the words were made of gold. She sang of the earth, she sang of the sky, she sang of hello, she sang of goodbye, she sang of the people, and of all the days gone past. She sang of the moon, she sang of the stars, late night dancing in a rundown bar. She sang of the time disappearing oh so fast. Well, he sat down and he joined in. He sang of heaven and he sang of sin, and of all the different places, people he had known. Their voices joined in harmony. They sang of you, they sang of me, and all the places that he had yet to go. You're getting a little squirmy. He sang of the moon, oh, she sang of the earth, she sang of the sky, she sang of hello, she sang of goodbye, and she sang of the people, and of all the days gone past. Days all right. She sang of the moon, she sang of the stars, and late night dancing in a rundown bar. She sang of the time disappearing oh so fast. Here's the lead break. Take it, Liam. well, she was gone. There were different singers singing different songs, and the time had come for him to be on his way. Do you want to go? You can go anytime you want. Maybe he'll pass his way again. He wandered off like he wandered in. And after all, it's not like him to stay. Good time of the song to leave, I guess. She sang of the earth, she sang of the sky, she sang of hello, she sang of goodbye, she sang of the people and of all the days gone past. Show business is not all it's cut up to be. Sang of the moon, it sang of the stars, late night dancing in a rundown bar. She sang of the time disappearing oh so fast. She sang of the earth, she sang of the sky, she sang of hello, she sang of goodbye, she sang of the time I'm sorry, Kim, I'm kind of messing up the words. She sang of the moon, she sang of the stars, and late night dancing in a rundown bar. She sang of the time disappearing oh so fast. There's a little place out the desert way. Folks would laugh and guitars play. Songs were sung and stories they were told. Let's hear it for Liam. That was a fine performance. And here comes Katie to take a bow. All right. You can't really see her today. There's the top of her head. You can see the top of her head. Camera's, I don't know, the camera's in a different place. And here comes Scout. Is he coming to the camera? I don't know. Anyhow, we got dogs and kids, and everybody's here, and we're having a nice weekend. So how was I going to do this? I'll do this song. This is also going to be on the new album. Song I wrote for my sweet Susie, who's here every week with me, along with Katie. This is called A Tender-Hearted Love. You can see it in her eyes, and in her soft and gentle touch, the way she'll tease you with a smile, just a little, not too much. When I'm alone in the dark, I just can't find my way. There to show me the light, softly call out my name. She's a tender-hearted love, a tender-hearted love. There's nothing here or up above, it's like a tender-hearted love. On a sweet magnolia morning, all the blossoms on the tree, there's a simple kind of wonder in every single thing she sees. But when I'm alone in the dark, I just can't find my way. there to show me the light. Softly call out my name. She's a tender-hearted love, a tender-hearted love. There's nothing here or up above. It's like a tender-hearted love. She's a tender-hearted love, a tender-hearted love. There's nothing here or up above. It's like a tender-hearted love. Sha-la-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la-la. That's for you, baby.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Oh, you're welcome. And I had something I was going to say and I've forgotten now.
You got Mona and Randall and Kaylin and Cheryl Connett and Kenny Jimenez is watching.
Cousin Kenny is watching. Mona and
Steve Chapman.
you can't. You got to give them to me when I'm. Oh, the great John Langford in Chicago is watching. Howdy, John. I'm so honored that you tune into these programs. One of the last shows that I got to do before everything shut down was at the Coffee Gallery there in Pasadena. John Langford was out here from Chicago. I forget doing something, but we booked a show there. He and I together, and we'd done a lot of things together on the Roots on the Rails trips, but we hadn't done anything kind of outside of that, I guess. John is an amazing musical force, presence, just a huge personality, amazing, funny, charming, brilliant songwriter, brilliant performer. John is such an immense talent that he is in outside of these pandemic eras, I guess, but generally he's in 4 to 5 to, I can't even keep track of how many bands he is in. I see his posts on Facebook, and he seems to be in 6 to 10 bands at any one time. Just, that's what it takes to spread that talent around in any kind of an even way, I guess. So howdy, John, glad you're listening. Steve Chapman, this one is for you out in Redlands. Also, Janie Ty, this is my song that I wrote about San Bernardino. It's the title track of not my last album, but the one before that. As I've said many times, San Bernardino is where Susie and I grew up. Susie's family is still, many of them still there. My family is sort of scattered to the winds, the lost tribes more or less. But this song is sort of bittersweet because if you know anything about San Bernardino, you know that for the last 20 to 40 years, it's been in the news for all the wrong reasons. Just I won't even go into them, which is a shame to us and heartbreaking to us that have ties and family ties But I drove through on the way up here. It was pretty smoky. Nothing looked very good anywhere on the drive up. Even up here when we drove up was still pretty smoky. It's been clear the last couple of days, but a week or so ago I drove through San Bernardino on my way out to Pioneer Town, actually, in Giant Rock to shoot some video footage for a song for the new album. But drove through San Bernardino, and it was as beautiful as any place I've ever been. The mountains, you're surrounded by the mountains, and it brought back so many memories. It's really just a stunning, it's a beautiful place. It really is. So So that's kind of what we try and remember. And this song is the title is taken from the patron saint of San Bernardino, Saint Bernardine, who, from all reports, was kind of a hapless fellow, and nobody is quite sure how he became a saint. But he's ours, and we love him. This is Sweet Bernardine. Sun beats down on an old dirt track. Broke down wagon never did turn back. Down through the mountains and the rocks and the weeds, down to the river and the cottonwood trees. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Oh, sweet Bernardine. When times were good, they never did last long. For Johnny and Juanita seemed to all go wrong. You try to make a living, try to stay ahead, try to do what you can to keep the little ones fed. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Just 18 when I first left home. I drifted and I rambled just to try to stay gone. But the more I run, the more I see how this tired old town is still a part of me. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Now the sun's come up and the heat's come down. It's hard luck living in a hard luck town. 'Cause everywhere you go, people shake their heads. It's hard not to think that you'd be better off dead. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Oh, sweet Bernardine. Oh, sweet Bernardine. You got to clap hard, baby. I lost the rest of my audience. They're outside right now, drinking and watching the barbecue, and they got the baby out there, and the dogs are out there.
Dave Irwin says he's watching from Beatrice, Nebraska.
Dave, and I'm going to do the song that you requested. I don't know if you were watching last week or so, but Beatrice. Dave is watching from Beatrice, Nebraska. He says, and Dave lives. Dave and Beth, his wife Beth, they live in Peculiar, Missouri. I just love to say that. So. And and you said Randall and Mona are watching. Very faithful listeners. Howdy, howdy.
Dave, Laura, and David, and Nelson.
Oh yes, David, Laura, and El Cerritos. I haven't answered your email, your message yet about Sweets Mill, but that sounds very exciting. So. So many things were canceled this year, which is heartbreaking. Who? Oh, Lee Harper. Hope you're doing well, Lee. has had a little bit of bad luck here. I think you busted your leg or busted your ankle, sitting there with a cast on. I'm sorry, Lee. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to do a song for our friends Kevin and Joanne in the little pineapple town of Haleiwa out there on the north shore of Oahu. If you're tuned in, and also for my sister Cindy in Sparks, Nevada, and little Kessie. This is called Hold On, Jake. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. You got $1, I got a dime. You got the liquor, now get the wine. Cain starts to shout, and Abel starts to holler. Moses called the sheriff for the very last time. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Mama's got a pistol, Papa's got a gun. There's not a lot of difference when you've got to run. Daniel can't dance, and Lucy's in a corner. Cindy's gone to Reno with the Good Shepherd's son. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. You can hold on to faith, hold on to something, hold on to whiskey if it gets the job done. Throw it all away, it's all a little risky, like some old hound dog just laying in the sun. Hold on, Jake, the time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake. We got Liam and Nikki back. I'm gonna, Susie. Aye. That was a little Liam. Sue, I'm gonna need you to grab your. This is kind of. I think we're losing battery here. Can you grab your charger and figure out a way to plug this in? Where did you bring your? Oh, I'm using it over here. Is it in here?
Yes.
The charger is? That was my guitar stand, so. Yeah, I think you can plug in right here.
Okay.
And then.
You don't need it anymore?
I might, I don't know.
Why do you think you're dropping out?
Because the light changed. It might not have been that, but it just made me nervous. So a little technical work here, and we'll be right back. It's going to make it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I got it brighter.
Okay.
So I hope that didn't cause any problems for anybody. But we're back on full power now, so,
No, it's good.
and I'm going to do a song. This is actually an older song, but I re-recorded it for the new album. So it's the last track on the new album. This song is actually on the first album that I released on CD. I actually released my first album on cassette tape, which I'm kind of proud of in an odd way. But the first album that I recorded as a CD, a compact disc, I recorded with my friend Gary Mandel for his label, Major Label. That's what he called it, and he had the copyright or the licensing for that name, and he was very happy about it. But and my friend, the great Chris Gaffney, played accordion and sang on this song. So it's got I certainly love it for that reason, but I wanted to update it, so I did. And on this version, I had my friend, the great Dan Navarro, sing harmony, and some other people play. That you could pick up the album or read the credits online. But anyhow, this is called Texas Lawyer, and this is a song of treachery and deceit. And I was kind of deep into I was reading a lot of Elmore Leonard when I wrote the lyric to this song. So this is called Texas Lawyer. Down south of Matamoros, with the rattlesnakes, the sagebrush, and the sand, where the wind blows like the devil every day, until a man can barely stand. You can't expect too much, because there's not too much out here but dust and bones. And the best that you can hope is that the past you buried leaves you there alone. Alvaro was a troubled man, standing by a storefront in the rain, talking to himself out loud and singing crazy blues about a train. People stayed away from him, you never could be sure what he might do. But I listened hard when he told me about this certain Texas lawyer that he knew. He said this Texas lawyer been around now once or twice since last July, asking certain questions, bringing cigarettes and whiskey as a bribe. He didn't say too much about him, but I knew the man that he was speaking of. And I knew this Texas lawyer was not the kind of man that any man could trust. Recibaraslo came at essays, por tustes and gaños. A cunning heart will always get what it deserves. Alvaro spoke of easy money, he said, for such a simple thing to do. This Texas lawyer only wanted to know some things about a man I knew. He said he had a number he could call and we could meet somewhere tonight. And then he asked me for a cigarette, coughed and spit and asked me for a light. The moon was on the water, and the darkness in the shadows hit us well. A voice came from a car parked by a fence. What it said I could not tell. I turned to see Alvaro with a gun he held and pointed right at me. And I heard that Texas lawyer laugh as he stepped out of his car into the street. Recibaraslo came at essays, por tus desengaños. A cunning heart will always get what it deserves. Yet trouble always finds a man who tries to hide an old unsettled score. Anyway, the smell of fear just seems to bring the buzzards to your door. The knife that I had hidden on my skin spoke like a cold and dark command. They found that Texas lawyer face down in the street, Vito's blood upon his hand. Recibirás lo que mereces por tus desengaños. A cunning heart will always get what it deserves. Recibirás lo que mereces por tus desengaños. A cunning heart will always get what it deserves. I've got my audience back. Ow. Thank you very much. So my father-in-law, Johnny, wrote the Spanish refrain to that song, Recibirás lo que mereces. And my friend Wyman Reese helped me write that song. He wrote a part of the lyric, and we kind of wrote the chords together. I wrote most of the lyric, if I remember correctly, but Wyman wrote those wonderful changes that go from C to B minor to C to B dominant seventh, something I never would have thought of. So that'll be on the new album. I'm gonna do. This is the part of the show where I do some songs that are not mine. That some of these I don't know very well, but especially this first one, I've only sang this a handful of times, and I'm gonna grab the lyric here. And as I said, this is something that my friend Dave Irvin. My friend Dave from Peculiar, Missouri, asked me if I'd take a stab at this song, so I thought I'd give it a try. This is an old song. Many people have done this song. I was singing this, or playing this recently with the great Jimmy Dale Gilmore was singing this when I was on the trip up in Alaska. And as I said, many people have sang this. This song goes back to the Memphis Jug Band. This is one of their songs, and that is a wonderful, wonderful catalog of songs. If you're not familiar with it, they are just amazing recordings, amazing group, and amazing songs. Back from the 20s and 30s, I think, and even into the 40s. So this one is called Stealin'. Well, put your arms around me like a circle around the sun. I wanna love you, mama, like my easy rider done. You don't believe I love you. Look what a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking. Look what a hole I'm in. Stealing, pretty mama, don't you tell on me. Well, I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. The woman that I love, she's just my hiding side. Married girl comes to see me sometime. You don't believe I love you. Look what a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking. Look what a hole I'm in. You're stealing, yeah, pretty mama, don't you tell on me. Well, I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. I'm going up north, gonna see my girl, sweetest thing in the whole wide world. You don't believe I love you, look what a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking, look what a hole I'm in. Stealing, stealing, yeah, pretty mama, don't you tell on me. Well, I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. Yeah, well, put your arms around me like a circle around the sun. I wanna love you, mama, like my easy rider done. You don't believe I love you, look what a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking, look what a hole I'm in. You're stealing, stealing, yeah, pretty mama, don't you tell on me. Well, I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. Yeah, we're stealing, stealing, yeah, pretty mama, don't you tell on me. Well, I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. Yeah, I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. Thank you very much. What's that note say, baby? I can't read it from there.
A little bit after 6.
Okay.
Keeping track of time.
Thank you, baby. I've got a few more songs. I hope you all will stay with me here. I'm going to do a song, one of my favorite songs by Bob Dylan here, just to remind us all that more or less we've all been in jail here since about March. And we've got the good version, so there are people out there having to do tremendously difficult and tremendously dangerous jobs. So they say everything can be replaced. Every distance is not real. So I remember every face of every man put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say that every man must fall. Still I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Yonder stands a man in his lonely crowd, a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him crying so loud. He's crying out that he was framed. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Thank you very much. I want to say hi to my sister Joy in Rialto. I don't think I have yet. Hi Joy, thank you so much for tuning in every week. And everyone else, anyone I've forgotten, Cindy Lee down in Encinitas, I think you're tuning in some of the time. And everybody else that I may have forgotten, I'm very, very sorry. I'll do a few more songs here. My friend Will James reminded me that today is the day, the anniversary of the day that Graham Parsons died. Not so very far from here, out in the desert, out in Joshua Tree, in that little motel room, number 8, I think it is, at the Joshua Tree Inn. And later was immortalized when they took his body. Phil Kaufman and the rest of those guys, I forget the rest of their names, actually took his body. It was being shipped back to his family back in Florida and Georgia, wherever he was from. And they went down to the terminal at Los Angeles International Airport, wherever they keep bodies that are being shipped in their coffins. And they had some old hearse, and they had some amazing bullshit story that was enough, and they picked up that body, and as per what they said were Graham Parsons' wishes, they carried that out to the desert out in Joshua Tree, out in the monument, and lit the coffin and the body on fire, and that was his burial out there in the desert. And I lived in San Bernardino at the time that that happened. I remember all of it, and it was front page news. It was a big deal. There were a lot of criminal charges or criminal acts that were perpetrated in that whole, but I don't think anyone really got charged. I don't think the family, I've read the book and I don't remember the exact story, but crazy wild story. But this is the anniversary of that, the day that he died. So I'm going to sing one of my favorite songs by Graham Parsons here. This one, a lot of the credit goes to the great Chris Hillman also. This is off of the first Flying Burrito Brothers album, which I still have my copy of somewhere. This old town is filled with sin. It'll swallow you in if you've got some money to burn. Take it home right away. You've got 3 years to pay. Satan is waiting his turn. This old earthquake's gonna leave me in the poorhouse. It seems like this whole town's insane. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. The scientists say it'll all wash away, but we don't believe anymore, 'cause we've got our recruits and our green mohair suits. So please show your ID at the door. This old earthquake's gonna leave me in the poorhouse. It seems like this whole town's insane. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. A friend came around, tried to clean up this town. His ideas made some people mad, but he trusted his crowd, so he spoke right out loud. And they lost the best friend they had. This old earthquake's gonna leave me in the poorhouse. It seems like this whole town's insane. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. Kenny says what?
You need a beer.
Oh, my cousin Kenny says I need a beer. Kenny, if you were here, I would get you to get me one.
Give you a shot.
I'm not going to do a shot. It's been a while, so. But I'll have a beer after this is over. I'm going to do a couple of more songs here. How's Liam doing?
He's fine. He's fighting sleep.
I was going to see if he might want to join me for the last couple of songs. May or may not go well, but we can give it a try. These are a couple of Irish songs. Liam, of course, has a pretty good dose of Irish in him, but he's got probably a bigger dose of Mexican in him. So, and then he's got a big dose of Italian. So yes, he's got a good.
Croatian. He's just a mutt.
He's got a lot of good food culture. You wanna give it a try here, buddy? What do you think?
Go ahead.
You don't have to. Come on. Let's see if we're gonna sing an Irish drinking song. You wanna give it a try?
And it's not Dropkick Murphys.
Not Dropkick Murphys, but let's see how this goes. as I was a-going over Gilgary Mountain, I spied Colonel Pepper and his money he was counting. I drew forth my pistol and I rattled out my saber. I said, stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver. Musherigan Durandai. Let's go for daddy-o, whack-o the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. It's loud in your ear, I'm sorry, I won't sing so loud in your ears. Sorry. Them bright and shiny corns, they sure looked fat and jolly. So I put them in my pocket and I took them home to Molly. She laughed and she swore that she never would deceive me. But the devil's in the winning, and they always lie so easy. Musherigan Durandai. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Here's a lead. As I awoke between the hours of 6 and 7, with guards standing around me in numbers odd and even, I flew to my pistols, but alas, I was mistaken. But Molly hid my pistols, and there I was taken. Musherigan Durandai. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. They put me in a jail without a judge or jury for robbing Colonel Pepper in the morning bright and early. But they didn't take my fists, so I knocked down a sentry, bid a fond farewell to that cold penitentiary. Musherigan Durandai. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Lead break the last time. Well, there's some that take delight in carriages rolling, some that take delight in lawns and the bowling. Me, I take delight in the fruit of the barley, courting pretty women in the morning bright and early. Musherigan Durandai. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, we're wrapping it up in the jar. This is the end. Whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. One more time. Whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Okay, we'll do a little bit of Liam's song here. He deserves it. Let me see. This is what I was singing earlier, and I kind of wrecked my voice. Let me see if I can do a little bit of la la. How does it go? La 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 la. Elmo song. I was my falsetto though. How was I doing it? La 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 la. Elmo song. La 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 la. Elmo song. La la la. I forgot. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let me try it again. La 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 la. Elmo song. La 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 la. Elmo song. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yeah, it's some good stuff. Why don't we do this all from the beginning? La 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 la. Elmo song. La 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 la. Elmo song. La I'll sing it again to you later. One more time. La 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 la, la 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 la, Elmo song. La 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 la, la 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 la, Elmo song. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la. Good job, good job. You can stay up for the last song if you want. This is the Fisherman's Blues for my pal Peter Davies in Liverpool. This goes out to you, Peter. I lost control of the guitar. I'm not sure if I'll get it back. Well, I wish I was a fisherman tumbling on the sea, far away from dry land and its bitter memories, casting out my sweet line with abandonment and love. No ceilings bearing down on me, just the starry skies above, with a light in my head and you in my arms. Whoa, whoa. Well, I wish I was a brakeman on a hurtling fever train, crashing headlong into the heartland like a cannon in the rain, with the beating of the sleepers and the burning of the coal, watching the towns flying by me in a night that's full of soul, with a light in my head and you in my arms. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, here's the instrumental. I think we're going to cut it short. Instrumentals are overrated. Well, I know I will be loosened from the bonds that hold me fast, and the chains all hung around me will all fall away at last. And on that fine and fateful day, I will take me in my hand, and I will ride upon that train, and I will be that fisherman with a light in my head and you in my arms. Whoa. He's a little tired. With a light in my head, we had a big day, and you in my arms. You're tapping your foot now. Whoa. Last time, here we go, with the falsetto. Up to the falsetto. With the light in my head, not quite falsetto. You in my arms. Whoa. Here for Liam, hanging in on that fine job. Apologies to Mike Scott. Please forgive me. And thank you all for tuning in. I'll be here again next week at the regular time, 5 p.m. on Saturday, Pacific Standard Time. We'll be back at home in Covina. And again, thank you all. Please be safe, be careful. Liam is saying good night. Good night, all, and we'll see you again soon.